told me about this girlfriend that he had, that I ought to meet her sometime. And that was, Barbara was a school teacher at Central State, which is a college there which is Central University now, or Central State. Anyway,
University of Central Oklahoma.
University. Well, Barbara's a home ec teacher up there, and so anyway, he introduced me to Barbara. He took Barbara out on a date one night, and then he got me a date with another girl, another lady. So we went out and had a big time. I don't know what we did, but
Probably
anyway, he went. And I met Barbara that night, and that was it. And I decided that, man, this is a nice girl, so I then called Barbara, see if I could get a date with her, and so we went out.
Oh my God, I could. Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so we went out, and it just developed from there to the point that, that was, when was it, 50? Anyway, December '61, we were married, and then, as you know, we had 3 children. But in the meantime, the other 3 children, Helen Jane had married again and moved to Mangum down southwest Oklahoma. She had the 3 children down there, but in the process of over a period of time, all 3 children decided that they wanted to live with me, or live with Barbara and me, and get out of Mangum down there. They went to school down there, and they came to live with us, and Barbara and I had an apartment at that time, and along with Tommy Wheeler, which was Barbara's son that she had from the man she married. He was
war casualty.
He was a war casualty. Yeah. He was not killed in the war, but he was so devastated in the war that he died later. And so she was a school teacher with a child, and so we got together. We're married. Tommy then died a year or so later. So. Nice, good boy. He was raised by his mama, and he was a good boy. But he developed Hodgkin's disease, which is
a cancer that is curable now.
Debilitating disease that.
Well, that's good.
He died. He died from that a year later. So, and then Barbara and I ultimately had our 3 children. But in the meantime, my 3 children. Janie, Robert, and Jim decided that they wanted to live with Barbara and me rather than with their stepdad and their mother down in Mangum. So we ended up with 6 children, and Barbara is mother to those 6 children. Now, you'd never know that she's their stepmother, but they felt that Barbara was the love that they needed, and so Barbara was their natural mother. Now,
yeah, that's what Janie says. Janie says Baba's my mother.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. But anyway, it all started, and during that time, in 1958, I started, figured out. I feel sincerely that I was guided into this position. I did have some divine guidance. The good Lord was telling me what I needed to do if I would keep myself straight, not just carouse around and say, well, life's over to me, I'm gone, and nobody likes me, my kids, I lost my kid and the job, so I'm as no account. But instead, as I say, I had some help there, the good Lord, to keep me on the straight and narrow. But anyway, so I lived in this YMCA down there. I didn't realize David even remembered that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the most amazing letter for him to mention that.
Yeah, what a sweet letter.
I know. Is that in the book? I don't remember that from the book. The YMCA?
No, it wasn't in the book.
His mother must have told him or something. I don't know.
But anyway.
It is amazing that he mentioned that.
You didn't know his biography. He has a biography.
Yeah, he's
seen it.
Yeah, he's
Well, have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was pleased about that. But anyway, anyway, things went in, and as I say, I started a business in January 1958. Decided that I could really do a better job than my father-in-law had done. Even though he liked me, and I thought I did well fitting. I could see things that I thought that could be done, we could do in his company. better than ring bell. Well, he was the kind of guy who said, I know how to run this business, and I'm doing all right, so let's go with that. But anyway, so I was, of course, out of the business at that time, and just decided that I just would pursue that. No money, no family, no automobile, no nothing. But then Uncle Joe came. He was in the car business that time. He loaned me or gave me an old 1956 Ford wagon of some kind, old wagon that I used to get around in, and when I'd get a job out in the field,
Isn't that something?
I'd go out.
Yeah, very nice.
I'd go out and do the work, and then I'd come back in and put on my suit again, and then go to various oil companies' offices, try to get another job, and it's just kind of touch and go for a while. But anyway, when I was in Duncan, and I went to the bank, had to get a loan once in a while just to eat on, but the banker down there said, well, I'm going to take a chance with this guy, and so he loaned me money from time to time, and I was able to survive, and made some friends down there with oil company people, and was doing all right, and then I had hired another man that lived in Duncan, another good guy that had graduated from OU, and he wasn't do much good, but Nick Stanley I hired Nick, and then that's when I moved back to Oklahoma City to try to see if I could develop some business in the Oklahoma City area. So consequently, and I lived just in a small, I don't know whether you all ever saw it, but it's just a little one-room shack out down by the zoo out there, and I was one of my objectives was to be able to show to when I was going to stake a well location or lay out a pipeline or anything like that, I could show them on a photograph what it was going to be, and that was a new wrinkle at that time, and it caught on a little bit to the point where it progressed, and I began to do a little bit better, and I did hire that man in Duncan that stayed with me for a good long time, and from there on it just developed to the point where we've done quite well, and that is to the point where we now work in, not I, but, and incidentally, Robert Lowe's son runs the company now, and I'm retired, but I still have an office, and Robert gets me out of the house every day, so I'm going. But anyway, now we work in Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, and Louisiana, all South Texas, North Texas, and East Texas, and West Texas. And so now, Topographic, which was started in 1957, is the premier survey company for the oil companies in this part of the country, and we have over 250 employees in offices in Oklahoma City, Fort Worth, Midland, Shreveport, Pampa.
Aren't you starting one in Arkansas?
Oh yeah, well in Arkansas, they work out of Shreveport, the Shreveport office, but they're in Arkansas as well. Anyway, several states, and I'm just, but I really, of course, Robert's been my inspiration all these years, and Robert deserves a great deal of help for any success that I've had, but anyway, I think that we've had guidance, as I say, divine guidance to be where we are, because We provide a job for a lot of people, and it's been a good life for Barbara and me, and all of our 6 kids, and our grandkids, I hope anyway, for our grandkids. And the thing is that what makes me the most proud now is our kids and our grandkids and the lives that we have had somewhat to do with the direction of those lives, to where we've got an exceptional family. I think that all our kids, they're all normal kids, but the normal, bright kids, attractive kids, and all well disciplined, and I just say, and I'm serious. I mean, when I thank the good Lord for all of this, that all of you have really made us proud, made Bob and me both proud of you, because, you know, not that you're all so financially successful or anything like that, but good people.
Nice people.
Not yet.
Nice
We
people.
will be.
Yeah,
Leave your
you
foot
will.
there.
That's
Isn't
right. And
the way you
You'll
were
be
sitting,
you'll be
it
the
looked
first
like
person I'll call too.
you were in
the first millionaire
that
first
high
millionaire
heel
you make, you do that.
with that.
I'll
Oh.
call. Hey, I'm gonna
That's
call you as
funny.
soon as I get a job. Don't worry about that $1 million I make.
Okay.
I'll call you when I get my
Well, now,
first
tell me,
paycheck.
are you going to stay in Lubbock, you think?
No, maybe.